the male species who don't understand the importance of their relationships with their significant others, and they think that it's innocent by just saying hi to a neighbor. But then you have their wives, right? If I see the wives, I always speak to them. Hey, how you doing? I make sure that I'm heard. Social skills matter. Being secure within yourself matters. I have had multiple experiences, but I'm going to speak about this specific experience when it comes to women and their husbands. Let me say insecure women and their husbands. It don't matter if this man is about to kill over or if he's young and jovial. And so I'm going to speak about one specific experience. I live in a neighborhood where I live, where I've always lived. I'm always the single woman on the block. I'm just here to raise my children. I am the head of my household. I am not the same as most, and this is with all due respect, right? This is just real shit. I speak to the heads of households. And so there was an experience where husbands will go out of their way to say, hey, how you doing? And I won't give them. I'll be like, yo, what's up? Or hey, how you doing? And that's it. And I'm gonna keep it moving because I have nothing for you. I'm aware that being in situations, I am an unprotected woman. And being an unprotected woman, people will try to prey on me, not understanding that I myself am a predator. So come on, I'll eat you for breakfast. But without people knowing that, you have the male species who don't understand the importance of their relationships with their significant others, and they think that it's innocent by just saying hi to a neighbor. But then you have their wives, right? If I see the wives, I always speak to them. Hey, how you doing? I make sure that I'm heard and respectful to let them know I'm not a threat to you. And I'm not a threat to you for one thing. I have my own personal values, but also, ma'am, you looking at me crazy, I want you to look at who you're with. And then I want you to look at him, and I want you to look at me. Then I want you to look at him. Then I want you to look at me. And I want you to know that you're safe. You're good. There's nothing to worry about. As a single woman, head of household, you have to move in the ways where you protect yourself. I tell people all the time, as an unmarried woman, as a self-mastering, sovereign woman, I move in life very differently. I carry myself very differently. I hold myself to a high esteem. And so I'm also mindful when connecting with married women or married people in general. I'm always respectful. I always keep a distance. I respect the union. And I also know I'm not trying to be caught up in married people's shenanigans at all. So transactional, I have a neighbor cutting my yard, cool. Nothing. Dude old enough to be my grandfather, cool. Married to a younger woman, never, outside of hey, how you doing, this woman never came over to speak or nothing. So she's walking up, I don't even know this woman, I have no awareness, and she's like, that's my husband. I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay. She's like, that's my husband. Okay, ma'am, who are you? I'm like, who are you? Well, I'm just letting you know that's my husband because I'm big on respect. And you looking at me like I'm walking up on your property. Yeah, I'm looking at you walking up on my property. Okay, oh, so it's just like I'm big on respect. So she tells me, I said, but who are you? So it was like she told me her name, and then I called her Miss whatever because obviously she's way older than me. And she's like, I'm big on respect. I said, I am too, which is why you gave me your name. And I added the Miss in front of it, which is also why I asked who you are instead of what position you're in. It didn't matter to me that was her husband. Who are you as a person that you're coming onto my property? This man is working. And this is one of the things that my mentor, I love her so much. And I always tell her I'm never going to say her name just because I love her that much. And that's my way of revering her. But she will say, like, wives are dangerous. Wives are dangerous. So I told this older woman, and she was like, because I'm big on respect, and I just, I wanted you to know. And I said, ma'am, I want to let you know that the way that you walked up on my property and the first thing that came out of your mouth wasn't hi, good morning, how are you? It was, that's my husband. Came to me like, oh, woman to woman, like, that's my man, and I need you to know. I said, that's the energy you came at me with, which is why I kept asking, who are you? Who are you? I want to know who you are. I want to know your name. And so she said, oh yeah, I was just coming over here to talk to him, and because I'm Rich Book. I said, oh, now I'm sad because I thought you was coming over here to introduce yourself to me. I thought you was coming to talk to me, but you came to talk to your husband. I said, well, I hope y'all have a good day. So it didn't offend me in any type of capacity, but I'm always going to ask people who they are, not the role that you play. Even me, myself, I'll be forgetting that I'm a mom. I'm like, yeah, I'm Amber. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah. I do have children that I'm raising. So it's important to know how to move in the world. It's important to know how to protect yourself as a sovereign woman. This path is not easy, and it's not for everybody. And I have people who think they know, people who think they understand, people who want to be attached to me. We are not the same. The stuff that I go through, the stuff that I have to endure in the world, the experiences. And there was a experience where I was wounded and I didn't go straight to urgent care because I had to take care of my 3 children. Those are my responsibilities. So it's not that I'm ever putting myself last. I have my priorities in order, and this is what I signed up for, right? My consequences of life, of choosing motherhood based on my life decisions. So it looks like I have to move very differently. I have to prioritize different things, and sometimes that looks like I had to will my way through, especially when I am who I am and I live the life that I live. People want to connect and they want to relate, and it's okay to not relate to the people that you admire and respect. And so that's where the admiration comes. People want to relate because they want to be on your level. They want to be eye to eye with you. They want to have the understanding and the clout and the etc that you have. When this is work, this is self work, this is beyond shadow work, this is beyond dark nights of the soul. This is, your life is a dark night of a soul type experience. Like, you're living in a duality at all time. My life, my development, my mastery, my sovereignty would crush many people because you got to be able, oh, I'm not going to speak up. I'm going to speak up. Who are you? I run this shit. I run my shit. That's why I also say many women who are older than me, I do not consider them my elders. I respect people because I am a respectful person, not because they deserve to be respected, but because I'm a respectful person. There's levels to this.